Shalom, shalom. This is Kapari, a.k.a. Pops out of gym in Chicago with
Madazawa Younger, a.k.a. Matthias.
Asha, Chicago, Great Millstone.
Yeah, we get ready to do a sit-down, but impromptu thing. But before we get started, like always, we want to send all praises, honor, and glory out to
Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Kakakwadash.
To the apostles and elders of GMS out of New York, we send up honors because they do real well for the brothers around the world, pushing this truth uncut, unfiltered, giving you the good, the bad, and the ugly of the scriptures, correctly breaking down prophecies and interaction with people on the planet, declaring warning. We send salutations, hopefully, like we hope this is edifying, aqua, pure, and true, listeners, sincere, and charity. Keep doing so. Before the scorners call for reprobate 2/3 Israelites and 17 other nations, then in the midst of Jacob's trouble, is going to get a whole lot worse. So with all that having been said, basically, me and Asha was sitting here having a conversation and whatnot. I brought it to him when I was on the phone with him and whatnot. They wound up bringing me, and as I was talking, I wound up having some brothers that was over here that I need to talk to one of them particularly. So it drew me over here. But basically, and some things that are going on is the fact that, as Yahweh Shai said in the parable, render unto Caesar what is Caesar, because of the coin and them trying to trip them up and whatnot. We got to be circumspect and not let ourselves get tripped up in the midst of this junk that's out here, because of the fact that, like I said, things that might be expedient for might be lawful for us is not expedient. So you gonna pull up that scripture. I know you might want to go try and get a towel to get away from what you just spilled.
Exactly.
So pull the scripture up and go get the towel, man.
So as the elders was talking about, we was talking about, in today's time, everything is going crazy. So we had to do what we're supposed to do and walk circumspect. So it's a quick precept. This is Ephesians 5:15. See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the times, because the days are evil. Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is. And as we was talking about, alluding to, we can walk around and do everything that's lawful, but is it wise? Some of these things are not wise because we're in evil times. So we got to monitor how we handle ourselves, where we go and what we do, and make sure we cover ourselves to the best of our ability. Yahweh Shai is going to cover the rest, but we still have to be wise in how we move, how we deal, and how we handle certain situations. So we want to make sure that we edify the body.
Okay. You got some more times?
Yeah, I was looking for that scripture. Be good within and out.
Oh, okay. All right, then. Well, see, I'm going to read this. Okay, while you're getting that, I'm going to read this one. This is Isaiah 10:1. Woe to them that decree unrighteous decrees and the right grievousness which they have prescribed. This is what this man does. He lay up on his bed and whatnot. That'll be Micah, I believe. But yeah, he lay up on his bed and whatnot, and he comes up with something, and prescribe it, and when he can do it, he practices it in the daylight because he can. So see, this tells you that this man is going to have fucking laws and things that's in place. It's basically designed that if you're not walking circumspectly in the lane of Yahweh Shai and being aware of all of the rigmarole that he wants to put you through just to catch you up and trap you up, then you're going to be falling suspect and prey and whatnot. And as this gets worse, then it's definitely going to be out here. In a minute here, like I said, when they start coming in, them stormtroopers start coming in and splitting domes open with the butt stroking motherfuckers with these different weapons and whatnot. I don't want to just say a particular M16 or AR-15 or AK-47, because I'm sure what they're going to be butt stroking your ass with. But when they start coming in here and start busting your heads open and whatnot, and y'all start talking about screaming about y'all rights gonna be out the fucking window. Okay, and with that being said, we got to understand now and walk circumspectly now, so that they can walk circumspectly now, so that in that time of trouble and whatnot, the Lord has already got us maneuvering around the dumb shit that these people aren't going to be able to fathom and understand what's actually happening as they getting split open. I mean, that was some years ago when we brought out how the Department of Homeland Security had bought all them dumb rounds. Remember, they bought all them dumb rounds and all this other kind of shit. And it's like, I'm ex-military, and dumb rounds aren't even used in the military. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like you take like a 357 or whatever the case might be, you know, a 357 will fuck you up. You put a dumb round on automatic maiming. Like I said, if I call myself trying to not hit you in center mass, no 357 round will center mass kill your ass, and I try to shoot you in your leg or your thigh and whatnot. If I do that with a dumb round, I'm probably gonna wind up. If I want to shoot you in your knee, I'm gonna blow the bottom half of your leg off. And shit is gonna separate because the round is gonna explode on the knee at the same time and tear it off. See what I'm saying? So this man has got unrighteous decrees and got unrighteous weapons to enforce this shit. So y'all gotta understand what's going on at this time. Whatever you got.
You might go ahead.
Yeah, I got this. I got this Micah that you said. You know what I mean? It's Micah 2:1. It says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it's in the power of their hand."
So see, like I said, you got different things that used to be skirting around the edges and whatnot now, but now they don't even wrote laws to allow you to do certain things. But now you still don't want to make sure that you got all your I's dotted and all your T's crossed in the process of this. That's not being circumspect. Okay? You know, and like Apostle Tahar gave us a long time ago. You know, it was like one of the first decrees I remember being across when I first came into the truth. You know, you had to have an idea, you had to have a license. Period. You know, he ain't want nobody out there, you know, driving without their L's and this, that, and the other. Period. It was just bottom line, this, that, and the other. I mean, you know, and the head of our camp is a fucking perfect example. An excellent driver. I done rolled with him and whatnot, but guess what? Esau done fucked with his shit, so he don't fuck around like that. Right. And we pick him up and we chauffeur him and we drive him around the way he needs to go, because one, he's a mighty man, and two, because of the fact that he's going to observe that, because how can he then enforce something that he's getting around himself and he's skirting around the edges himself. So, you know, there's no reason for any brother to be out here running bogus, per se. You know, or what's that old song, Community? You go catch me riding dirty. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So y'all no reason for you to be riding around here dirty like that, man. You know, whatever it is you got to do, take the time and clean your business up so that that's on point.
Exactly. I got one. This is our first. Thessalonians 5:22. Abstain from all appearance of evil. And when you abstaining from appearance of evil to these people, they may, just because you know what you can do or you have the rights to do this and that, you gotta abstain from certain things because it's gonna look evil. You know, you can't just be moving a certain way how you move. You gotta move according in this world. Be wise as a serpent
and harmless as a dove. That's right.
And there's one scripture I couldn't find it, but I'll just quote it to the best of my ability. It says, have a good report within and out. So when people see you, you know, you got that good report, you know, right, for the people that's not in the truth, right, and for the people that's in the truth.
For that. I know what you're talking about now. You just said that.
Yeah, so we gotta have these reports. We gotta have that, you know, that stay on that right path, having our conversations of the heavens, you know, and like just even doing like simple things like this, like he was saying, the driving, for instance, you know. There's certain things you could probably, like, if you have a right to carry a firearm, you gotta have your papers up to date. You can't just be riding around with it. Then you left I left it in the house. Some told you to grab it, but right, you didn't go grab it.
Oh, it definitely told you. There's no way you're gonna make a move with that if you got the right to carry. And it didn't tell you that. There was nothing that was that important that didn't cross your mind in the process. Yahweh Shema Shai wouldn't send you out there like that. He wouldn't. He's gonna make it cross your mind, whether or not it's for a split second or not. He's gonna make it cross your mind. Okay. I've had that a couple times, like my phone, and I say, oh, I don't need it, or whatever the case might be. Because I'm not that guy that's hooked to his phone like that. I'm old school. You know, phones hung on the wall and whatnot. I had a phone book. If I need to do it, I get on the other side, I get hold of a phone and I call it from there. This, that, and the other. You know, but there hasn't really been a time that I walked out the house and it didn't cross my mind. or if it crossed my mind, I checked, and the phone that I had wasn't the phone that I actually needed. Okay, because I got a study phone. It's not hooked to the internet or this, that, and other. Service been off for years now, and that's what I keep. You know, like I said, my Blue Letter Bible and all this other kind of stuff that's hooked up, and since it ain't hooked to anything, they can't update it and delete shit and all this other kind of shit. So it's the cleaner versions of it and whatnot, because we preach on certain things and they change it.
Right.
We done preached on stuff and we done watched the algorithm change shit. Okay? So, but you got to be circumspect of what's going on in the process of whatever y'all got to bring it out. I'm looking for that for you, though.
Yeah.
You got something?
Yeah, that's Psalm 73. You know, like the elders was alluding to, you know what I mean? We can't walk around like they do. They're not in trouble as other men. You know, the Idumeans, you know what I mean? Their laws are for them. They're not for us. Our laws are righteous laws. Right. So, you know, they can get around and do what they want to do. You know what I mean? At the bottom line, they're not they're not in trouble like us. You know what I mean? This is their world. The world was given to the hand of the wicked, and they're ruling now. And they're ruling wickedly. You know what I mean? So they're waiting on any slip up that we do if we're not on our guard. But, you know, even though, you know, we have to maintain our guard, Yahweh Shema Shai promises he's going to deliver us, but we still have to be wise. You know what I mean? Like you said, harmless as a dove. We can't pretend that we can do what they do. This is their time. This is their season, and they're going to do what they've been doing. You know what I mean? So they can ride around with no license and won't have no problem. They can ride around with all the stuff, you know, and do what they want to do. But we can't do the same thing.
Hey, as a matter of fact, Murph used to talk about that. Remember that white boy he used to say he ride around with and whatnot. When he was in the world and whatnot, this motherfucker have a trunk full of fucking weed or whatever the case might be. He's like, man, coke. And, man, don't you want to? He's like, man, I'm white.
Right.
He ain't gonna fuck with me.
Right.
Okay.
That's the truth, man.
It's the truth. Yeah.
They get away with everything.
Yeah, they get away with everything. You know.
That's it.
That's all I got. Y'all got anything? Yeah.
This Galatians 5 and 16. This I say, then walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. You walking in the spirit, you would have your first mind, if your first mind tell you to hey, go get your gun card. Go get your gun card. Oh, I'm hungry. I don't feel like that. Now you just fulfill the lust of your flesh, and now what happened? You getting pulled over, you in the jam. Or let's say, like cannabis, well, so-called weed. It's not a bad thing to have, but why would you have that on you? You want to abstain from all appearance of evil as you can, man. You don't want to even have that on you, like, because what do you get pulled over? You want to apply a state that ain't legalized it. Now you getting arrested. You know, that's just stupid. You know, you gotta stop walking in the spirit. Arguing, you know, you brothers out here. You gotta be when the spirit tell you to do something, you do it. Don't allow your flesh to overcloud you, because that's what the flesh gonna do. It warreth against the spirit, you know. For the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh, and these are contrary the one to another, so that ye cannot do things that ye would. And that's what it do, man. That flesh gonna throw you off. Now you doing something stupid, man. Now you in the jam, like for no reason. You know, you driving your car, you forgot your license, man. Go get your license, man.
Right. Yeah. Or at least have a valid license. So if they run you, and whatever the case might be, then when they run you back, because like I said, you know, I've got a valid license, but I've got my state ID. Okay, so you know I can give them my state ID and they go run it, and they come back. Okay, you good. This, that, and other. So you know you got to have it on record and whatnot. So when they run you, you know, because see what they don't want to accept is that we still in slavery.
Exactly.
Right.
See, we still in captivity. We still in captivity and whatnot. So you know, like I said, like if you trying to leave the country, you got to have a passport. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, when you riding around in here, they want to know where your papers at. Okay. Mm-hmm. And then that's what your license are, your papers. Yeah. Are you supposed to be rolling around here like this, that, and the other? Are you a fugitive? Are you a criminal? And see, they used to be able to pick your ass up and hold you about 72 hours and run your prints, and if they don't come back in 72 hours, they cut your ass loose. But when Obama signed that rule of law shit and whatnot, they can lose your ass in the system now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they can send your ass out to the county and whatnot, and you can wind up out in the motherfucking county doing real time. Just laying around in the motherfucker for some years on some shit, and it's like you ain't never stood in front of a judge to even deal with that shit.
Yep.
So y'all about to be circumspect with what you got, bro.
No, that's cool. Yeah, go ahead.
Or even if you have your paper saying the ways to travel, you know your laws.
Right.
I mean, yeah, you may know your laws, but they can overrule it. That's still Esau.
Right. Bring this unto Caesar what's Caesar.
They gotta honor your laws. They got, cause you know the cut of the law. They ain't gotta honor it. Now they should. You could battle it in court. You may win, may not. I mean, it might get put on record. Yeah, it's on record now, but guess what? You still gotta pay that fine. You still gotta do this, or they could still so-called take away your rights from driving. Then you can't drive at all. Then what? Now when you are out here driving, now you really riding dirty for real.
Right. Go ahead, whatever y'all got.
That's a little more. But if ye be led of the Spirit, ye are not under the law. But you gotta be in the Spirit, man. The Spirit is gonna protect you no matter what, man. What you gotta do, far as just doing anything, man. Like let's say you walking in the Spirit tell you don't walk down that street. Don't walk down that street. It's a reason why the Spirit said that. Somebody might come around the corner and start blasting, you know?
Hey, like over there in O Block, when old boy beat this one cat down and whatnot. They talked about whatever the case might be, and you can kind of hear it a little bit and whatnot. But I guess they told him, okay, yeah, had enough or whatever. And then the guy got up off of him and whatnot, went to walk away, and old boy came up with a pistol and gunned his ass down and killed him. Right. You see what I'm saying? Killed him and whatnot. And so I say that because of the fact that motherfuckers are rolling around here, weaponized and all this other kind of stuff. So you got to be in a position where you can kind of just relax and to be relaxed, you got to know you got all your stuff in order. You don't need to be riding around, and as soon as a cop get behind you, your heart done jumped in your throat and whatnot because you're dirty. Now, if you run your plates and all this other kind of shit, your shit ain't right. You know what I'm saying? Right. So the world is in the hand of this wicked right now, and the vibe that's on this earth is wicked. But that's what you were saying. So we got to have a good report whenever we're put, whenever we put on stage per se, because the world is the stage. Whenever we put on stage a front street by the powers that be, that whatever laws y'all got in order, we are abiding by them at this particular point in time. Now, the jab is one thing. Mm-hmm. The MOTB is something else. Nah, we all go wind up here. Hey, all the brothers of the Great Millstone, Yahya Ratazah, go wind up being outlaws when that shit comes to full future, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Nah, man, ain't nothing else going, dog.
Right.
Ain't nothing else going.
Yeah.
So we gonna be riding dirty then, because we ain't gonna be with that program.
Yeah, we're gonna choose Jesus Day not to serve the Most High.
We gonna know who's gonna serve.
Exactly. We're gonna choose to serve Yahweh Shema Shah, because that's definitely going to be the dividing of times. You know what I mean? So that's a beautiful point you made.
Right.
You know what I mean? But we're not in that time yet.
We're not exactly. We're not in that time yet. So we still render under Caesar what is Caesar's,
right.
Which means like I said, our taxes and all this other kind of shit for the most part and whatnot. Because like I said, money that you thought you was going to be able to get and whatnot, you go to file and whatnot, he even put your shit up and got your ass hooked up, and now you want to know why you coming up short, or motherfucker coming at your motherfucking coming at your paychecks and all this other kind of stuff. Put your shit in order, man, so you don't have to worry about that shit.
Right. Exactly. It's just wise to move smart, and it's true. You gotta move smart. You gotta move. Cause hey, man, Esau. Hold on, I got a wrong scripture.
Go ahead.
Agree with thy adversary
speedily. Swiftly, yeah, go ahead.
Right.
When you're in the midst of them?
Yep, this is Matthew 5:25. It says, agree with thy adversary quickly, while thou art in the way with him. Lest at any time the adversary deliver thee to the judge, and the judge deliver thee to the officer, and thou be cast into prison.
See, so like I said, you can get up in that motherfucker and find yourself on some shit just kind of bogusly and whatnot, and just twist and twist and twist. And like I say, here you is sitting up in the motherfucking county for some shit that in normal times, which we're not in now and whatnot, they would have been already looked at it, dealt with it, this, that, and other, and been out. Like I said, I'm still going to court. I'm going to court February the 23rd for the wrecking of the accent. That's over 2 years now.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's over 2 years now. Cause I declined all the field sobriety shit and this, that, and other. When I went to the hospital, declined that. They automatically suspend your shit for a year. Okay, so guess what? It was for a year.
Right.
My license came back around and came back up, and I was able to go get my shit. Because they said we only go suspended for a year, because by then you've been proceeded and worked everything out. Okay? But like I said, see, this is what I'm saying. Y'all not understanding the things that are out here. The things that are pitfalls that are set to just trap your ass up. And that's all they want. That's why I said that one sit down, that one thing that we saw, and I put it in our group, and I told everybody, stay away from this. We ain't doing nothing on this, because we too close proximity of it.
Right.
Or whatnot. We're too close proximity of it and whatnot. Like I said, that's all we need. And with all this artificial bullshit that they can do now, we can go in on that with righteous scriptures and be turned into motherfucking straight killers.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Whatever you got, go ahead, man.
You got something?
No, that's it. I'm good.
Okay. But yeah, man, you gotta agree. Even if you do got your papers together, let's say you got your stuff together. You ain't gotta argue with the police. Just give them your papers. Just be wise. Like, goddamn. Like, you don't gotta do all that. Sometimes Jake be doing too much. You see why these Jakes be getting gunned down? Cause they do too goddamn much. Just get them what they want. Oh, I ain't gotta show you my ID. I ain't gotta do it. And then they getting popped, looking dumb. Then coming out their body, their spirit floating to the Most High. You looking at yourself like, damn.
I died like that.
I should have just listened. Damn.
Yeah.
Looking stupid, man.
Yeah. So basically, the bottom line is this: we're gonna render unto Caesar what is Caesar's, and do the things that we're supposed to be trying to do. And I would urge you brothers out there, your election, hopeful election sake, do the same. Because like I said, this is getting ready to become a real crucial time. You don't need to be caught up in no bullshit or this man's system on fucked up charges or trumped up shit and whatnot. Spending money for lawyers and all this other kind of shit, and this, that, and other, on stuff that you can absolutely avoid just by knowing what it is you need to be doing and getting that in process and done. Okay, so take the time to dot your I's and cross all your T's while you're in this truth, man. Because like I said, they looking for the point where they can go on and turn us into the bad guy. They definitely want to finger the point. Okay. So, anything else?
No.
Alright, that's cool then. So with that, hey, we hope that's edifying for y'all to just understand, like I said, man, be circumspect and understand that, like I said, we still in Caesar's fucking kingdom right now and whatnot. So I ain't gonna say when Rome do what the Romans do. But be aware of what they're doing and know how to not be caught up in the middle of their shit. So with that, we want to send all praises, honor, and glory out to
Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Rakakodash.
To the apostles and elders again, out of GMS, we saying double honors because they do well. But brother around the world, push this truth and keep your head up, man, because it's coming down the pipe. Election, we hope that's edifying So with the first group is always a hearty shalom. With the second group, you 2/3 and 17 other nations, a barber ball.
A barber ball. Beautiful. Yeah, that was 25 minutes.